Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And an alley to run. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Oh, what a juke into space. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Vick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
15 yards, first down Atlanta. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Breida with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ready. 57 to Mike.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Breida. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
But, gotta get the point.
Vick on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Vick. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Breida, 91 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's make these bets. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Yo.
And here we go on 4th down with Murray. He is going to find Hill here. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
57.
Here's Murray. That one complete to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
57's Mike 57.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Vick. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He completes it to Nelson.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Falcons 38.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, check. Mike 57. I got you. I got you. 57 seconds.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They complete it to Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Falcons' 37-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Murray, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, check Mike 57.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Breida, 62 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with Coach?
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
On 3rd down, Vick dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Steps away, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to go down again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, here's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Murray, one final try. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.